Okay, so imagine this. You want to send a message to your friend. You write something like, "My boss is so boring today. I want to go home." And then you press send. And then you look at your phone and you realize you sent it to your boss.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Yes, that feeling, that awful, awful feeling in your stomach, we all know it. So today we are going to talk about it and learn some very useful English along the way.
Welcome to English with Cheri. I'm Nick.
And I'm Cheri. We are so happy you are here with us today.
This is the podcast for people who want to learn real, everyday English, not just textbook English, but the English you actually hear and use in your real life. You know what I mean?
Right, and today's topic is so good. It's something that happens to, well, everyone, I think. At some point in your life, you send a text message to the wrong person.
Everyone. I actually did this last week. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear that. So, in today's episode, we are going to look at words and phrases for this situation. Things you can say, things you can write, and also just, how to talk about it in English. And we have some mini dialogues too, so you can hear how it all sounds in a real conversation.
Yes, so let's get into it. Okay, Cheri, first things first. The most basic phrase. How do you say this in English? That you sent a message to the wrong person.
So, the most simple and natural way to say it is, I sent that to the wrong person. That's it. Short and clear. I sent that to the wrong person. So the key word here is wrong. Wrong means not correct, not right, the opposite of right.
Right. And wrong person just means the person you did not want to send it to. Not the right person. The wrong one.
Exactly. And you can also say, I sent that by mistake. By mistake is a very useful phrase. It means you did not want to do it. It was an accident. So, I sent that by mistake. Or, sorry, I sent that to the wrong person by mistake.
Oh, I actually love by mistake. It's so simple, right? You can use it for so many things. I called the wrong number by mistake. I sent the wrong file by mistake. Super useful.
Yes, totally. And another word that is very common in English for a small mistake is oops. You say it in the moment. You do something wrong and you say, oops. It's a bit informal, but everyone uses it. It just means, oh, I made a mistake.
Oops. I love that word. Very short, very honest. When you send a text to your boss instead of your friend, oops is probably the first word that comes out.
Right. After the panic, yes. So let's say we have our first key phrases so far. I sent that to the wrong person. I sent that by mistake. And oops. Let's keep going. So, Nick, what do you think is the most common situation? When this happens.
Oh, I think the most common one is when you're talking about someone and you send the message to that person. So, you're texting your best friend and you write something about your sister and then you send it to your sister.
Oh no, yes, that is so bad.
It really is. Or, well, the work version, you write something to your colleague about your boss and you send it to your boss. That's a really bad day.
That is a really bad day. So let's look at a mini dialogue for that situation. Nick, can you play the person who sent the wrong text, and I'll be the boss?
Oh, sure. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so in this dialogue, Nick sends a text to his boss by mistake. Here we go. So I'm the boss. I say, "Hi, did you send this message to me? It says, 'This meeting is so long. I'm so bored.'"
Oh, I'm so sorry. I sent that to the wrong person. It was a mistake. I really apologize.
I see. Please be more careful next time.
Of course, I'm very sorry.
Okay, end of dialogue. So, did you catch some of the important phrases there? Nick said, I sent that to the wrong person. He also said it was a mistake. And then, I really apologize. That word, apologize, it means to say sorry, but it's a bit more formal. I apologize is stronger than just sorry.
Okay, so Sherry, I want to talk about what you actually do when this happens. Like, what's the first thing you do when you send a text to the wrong person?
Well, I think the first thing most people do is panic, right? You feel this big wave of, oh no, and then you want to delete it. But here's the thing, in most messaging apps, you can't always delete a message after you send it, or maybe the other person already saw it.
Yeah, that's the worst part. You press delete and it says message deleted. But the other person already got a notification. They already saw the first words.
So even if you delete it, it's kind of too late. So the best thing to do is be honest. Just send another message and explain. And that's where our phrases come in. You can write something like, sorry, wrong person. Please ignore that message. Or, I'm sorry, that message was not for you. I sent it by mistake.
Right. And for casual text to a friend, you'd probably just say, oops, wrong person. Or, sorry, that wasn't for you. Short and simple.
Exactly. So let's actually talk about the feeling, because I think this is interesting for language learners too. When this happens, how do you feel? What are the words for those feelings?
Oh, well, the number one feeling is embarrassed. I feel so embarrassed. You know that feeling when your face gets red and you just want to disappear? That's embarrassed. And then there's nervous. When you send the wrong text, you feel nervous. Like, what will the other person think? What will they say? Will they be angry?
That's a really good point. So, our two key feeling words for this situation are embarrassed and nervous. And of course, you can use them together. I was so embarrassed and nervous. That says it all, right?
Okay, so Sherry, I want to tell you what happened to me last week because this is actually a true story.
Oh, wait, a true story? Tell me everything.
Okay, so I was at a coffee shop and I was texting my friend Tom, and I wanted to say, hey, I'm at the coffee shop on Main Street. The coffee here is really bad, by the way. Don't come here, right? I just wanted to warn my friend, but I sent it to the coffee shop.
Wait, you sent it to the coffee shop itself? How did you even have their number?
I know, I know. I called them earlier to ask about their hours, so their number was right there in my recent contacts. And Tom's name also starts with T, and the coffee shop, their contact name was also T, something like the Corner Cafe. So I tapped the wrong name.
Oh no. So what did you do?
Well, I just sat there for a moment, totally embarrassed even though no one around me knew what happened. And then I quickly sent another message and said, I'm so sorry, that message was not for you. I sent it to the wrong contact by mistake. I apologize. And I used exactly those words.
I love that. So you actually used the phrases we just talked about. Did they reply?
They did. They wrote back and said, no worries, we hope you enjoy your visit. And I was still sitting there drinking their bad coffee.
Ugh, that's brilliant. So actually, that brings up another phrase, no worries. That's a very casual, very friendly way to say it's okay, don't worry about it. You hear this a lot in everyday English, no worries. Or you can also say, don't worry about it, or it's fine, really.
Yes, and that's actually a really important thing for people learning English to know how to respond when someone apologizes to you, because sometimes you're on the other side, right? Someone sends you a message by mistake, and you need to know what to say back.
That's such a good point. So if someone says, I'm sorry, I sent that to you by mistake, you can reply with, no worries, or don't worry about it, or it's okay, no problem, or if you want to be a little funny, I'll just pretend I didn't see it.
Yes, those are great options. Really friendly and natural.
Right, it's a kind thing to say. It means I'm not going to make a big deal about it, let's just move on. Okay, so let's do another mini dialogue, this time between two friends, a little more casual. Nick, you're my friend this time, okay?
Of course, ready when you are.
Okay, so in this dialogue, I accidentally sent a sweet message to my friend instead of to my partner. Here we go. Nick, you're my friend, and you just got a message from me that says, I miss you so much. You are my favorite person in the world.
Oh, wow, Sherry, that's very sweet, but are you sure this was for me?
Oh no, I'm so sorry. That was not for you. I meant to send that to my partner. I'm so embarrassed. Please ignore it.
Don't worry about it. But well, it's kind of nice to know you feel that way.
End of dialogue. So there's a new phrase there. I meant to send that to. Did you catch that? I meant to is really important. It means that was my plan. That was my intention. I meant to send it to my partner means my partner was the person I wanted to send it to.
Oh, I meant to is great. So you can say, I meant to send this to my friend, or I meant to call my sister, not you, right? It explains your original plan.
Yes, perfect. And the opposite is also useful. You can say, I didn't mean to send you that. I didn't mean to means it was not my plan. It was not my intention. So I didn't mean to send you that means it was an accident, which is sort of the whole point, right?
So it covers both sides, the intention and the accident.
It really does. And you know what I want to add? A phrase that a lot of people use in text messages specifically. You can just write wrong person as a message. Just those two words. It's very short, very fast, and everyone understands it immediately.
Now, Cheri, I want to talk about something a little different. What about when someone else sends you a text by mistake? So you're the one who receives the wrong message. What do you do? Or what do you say?
Oh, that's a great angle. So first of all, you might want to let the person know. You can say something like, I think you sent this to the wrong person. Or, did you mean to send this to me? That's a gentle way to ask. Did you mean to send this to me? It means, was this for me or was it a mistake?
I think that's really kind, actually, because sometimes people don't even realize they sent it to the wrong person. They're waiting for a reply from someone else, and you have their message, and they have no idea.
Yes, that happens a lot. So it's really helpful to just say, hey, I think this was meant for someone else. Or, I don't think this message is for me. Simple, clear, and kind.
That's so true. Simple and kind.
Yes, so just a little bonus phrase for you there. Okay, I think we have covered so much great language today. Should we do a quick recap of our key phrases before we wrap up?
Yes, let's do a quick review first, because I want to make sure everyone has all the key phrases in their head before they go.
Great idea. So here are all our key phrases, nice and quick. I sent that to the wrong person. I sent that by mistake. Please ignore that. I meant to send this to, and I didn't mean to send you that. For formal situations, I apologize, or I'm really sorry about that. And for quick casual messages, just wrong person. Those are your essential phrases, short, clear, and very natural.
Those are great. Really easy to remember.
Perfect. And don't forget our feeling words. Embarrassed and nervous are the key ones. Now you have everything you need to describe how you feel if this ever happens to you.
And honestly, even if it feels terrible in the moment, it's not the end of the world. Most people are very understanding. Everyone has done it at some point. So just apologize, use your phrases, and move on.
I love that. It's so true. Okay, so that is it for today's episode of English with Cheri. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found the phrases useful. You know, the best way to remember them is to actually use them. So maybe practice with a friend, write the phrases down, and maybe try not to send texts to the wrong person.
Although, if you do, now you know exactly what to say. So really, it's fine. You're prepared.
You're totally prepared. Thank you so much for listening today, and a big thank you to Nic, as always, for being here with me.
Always happy to be here. This is such a fun show. And to everyone listening, keep practicing, keep learning, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's actually how you get better.
Beautifully said. We'll see you next time on English with Cheri. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Bye, everyone. And remember, double check who you're sending that text to.